welcome back to my channel. My name's Tina and today we're going to talk a little bit about how I do my contouring. I do my contouring a little bit different than I see other people do it. I don't know that it's better, I just know that this is what works for me. I don't like really harsh contouring. I like it to look really natural. If you're looking at me, I don't want you to be like, what is that? In real life. In videos, contouring can look really pretty, especially in pictures, but in real life, it can look really horrible. First thing is, I have on 2 primers and I have on a slight layer of foundation already. I do that because I use cream contour sticks and this just lets them blend in a little better and keeps it from getting quite so harsh. So let's show you what I use. I have a couple different products I use. This is the Wet n Wild double-ended stick. You can get these in like every brand under the sun. This one just, I really like it. So the other thing I use are these 2 sticks from Smashbox. There's a light and the lighter dark one. I have fair skin, so trying again to be subtle, I use the lighter versions of these. I love these for doing my nose because you really can't see it. Most people aren't going to be up inspecting my nose super closely. I'm one of those people who has an uneven nose bridge. If you've ever seen an actual skull that has no flesh on it, like if you watch Bones, you know how some of them have like this little thing that sticks down right here? You pictured, you know, a skull. Mine comes down a little bit. That creates this bump. When people do this, and they can do it perfectly and it looks beautiful, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't do that because mine literally does this like squiggly zigzag line. I like these very small little sticks. I mean, for contouring sticks, they have a really small tip on them. These are the products that I'm going to use today. I might use some bronzer later on, but for contouring, we're going to go with these. So the first thing I do is I take my Wet n Wild stick, which is darker, and I have a problem jawline because of an autoimmune disease I have. I swell right here really badly. Makes me look like I have a horrible double chin all the dang time. So when you're drawing your jawline, make sure you don't do what I just did here, where you're drawing it underneath. If you draw it there and then you just leave it, try to blend that out, you're not going to be left with a cut jawline that you want. Think of a guy's that short stubbly beard that looks super sexy on a chiseled face. That's why. It's because it creates a shadow right there. I'm just going to blend that in using this sponge. This is my Real Technique sponge. I don't love this sponge. It is super light, but it leaves texture on me. But my other one went out and played and got itself dirty somehow and smells funny, so it's currently in detox. So that's how I do my jawline. I also have a really, you know, on the larger side of foreheads. As you can see, I can easily fit my 4 fingers there. So I also do some up there. If you do not have a large forehead or a forehead you'd like to appear smaller, skip this step. And now for my cheekbones and making them appear as though I have them. I just draw straight from the top of my ear and then come down. You really can kind of create a specific shadow by drawing down with the darker color. I don't do that on my face shape, it just looks weird. One of the things to keep in mind with contouring is you need to be watching somebody contour who has a similar face shape to yours. If you're watching a contouring video of somebody with a vastly different shape than face bone structure than you, how they contour probably won't work for you. So now I'm going to take my Smashbox one and I'm just going to draw on my nose and just draw 2 straight lines right in the center. And then for me, because of my nose shape, I kind of do this little, almost a circle around it. And then when I highlight the tip, it's naturally going to pull the tip up a little bit, which is how I like my nose to appear. Now when I blend this in, it's kind of going to go, you know, you're going to be like, why did you bother putting 2 lines there? I don't know. So now I take the light color and I draw straight in the center. and then right here on the tip. And then I take the light side of my highlight and contour stick. So I just take some and put it here in between those places where I put contour at. And then I bring some up here. And you'll notice those are very different colors. I like my nose contouring to be pretty subtle. Now for a couple other areas that I've discovered, I like putting the lighter shade in my smile lines right here. And then I blend that in. And then I go and do my regular foundation over the top. And yes, that really does blend this out and make it very subtle. I sometimes do go back in with some more contour to see if I need to sharpen things up. Now I'm gonna go back in and use some more foundation. I'm using the MAC Studio Sculpt, a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape, and a little bit of Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I have super neutral skin. This turns yellow, this turns pink. This also isn't quite right. All those videos where people are like, oh, let's mix all our foundation together and create one great shade. Yeah, I do that on the daily pretty much. It's what happens when you have really neutral undertones. And these are all brands where people are like, oh, they have super neutral undertones. So you don't think I'm crazy. This is all the foundation I'm going to be using. I just mix those together with my finger and then dot them around on my face. And blend, blend, blend. I'm thinking I'm gonna want just a little more of my contour down here. So I'm using this lighter shade and just darkening that back up again. And then I'm just using exactly what was on my sponge from doing this down here and bringing it back in up here. And just that little bit pulls out that darker shade that's underneath and gives me a really natural contour. Because when you look at me, you're not going to be like, oh, she contoured her face. It's just going to be a little more defined and chiseled looking than it would be otherwise. So the other place that I'm wanting a little more lightness is right here. I always had smile lines. Even as a kid, I had them. I hated them then. I haven't learned to love them. And I've heard the whole, oh, that just means you have a happy life. Not really. That is how I do my contour. I will be back at the end with my full face look, and you can tell me what you think of the end look. But this is how I do my contour for a very subtle, natural looking contouring. I also blend this in super well. Right now, it hasn't been buffed in, so if there's like any spots that you can see that I can't see right now, I get those when I do that. Let me know what you thought of this look. Talk to you guys later. Bye!